Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of The Fishing Teacher, and really appreciate you guys checking out today's video and hanging out with me for a little bit. And guys, today I'm going to show you the Screwhead rig. This is something that's been around for probably about, close to 10 years now. It's got a very loyal following amongst a small group of anglers. I don't understand why this thing's not out more, but this is a tremendous way to catch fish, especially in the late winter to the post spawn period of the year from about February into early May. So I'm going to show you guys how to rig it up and talk about the type of areas it works in, because I think you guys will definitely want to add this to your arsenal. Also, guys, real quick before we get started, just want to invite everybody to please consider hitting that subscribe button here to The Fishing Teacher. Free and easy to do so. We're really working hard to get to that 20,000 subscriber mark. And also, guys, anyone interested in booking an on-the-water lesson with me, you can go do that by going to my Facebook page, Randy Blaukat Professional Angler, and shoot me a private message. So I really appreciate that. Okay, guys, now the components for this we're talking about, now I've talked about this some in the past, but I want to go into a little bit more detail today. This is the Megabass okashira Screwhead. Now the okashira head is the same thing without the screw on it, but the Screwhead has got this little spinner on the front of it here. It's got a nice little keeper on this. It's got a nano-coated hook, fish head design. Looks very, very realistic in the water. And this little spinner is the key. That's why it's called the Screwhead. This little spinner is the key to this thing doing good. And the very first time that I saw it working is I was doing I was doing some filming with Edwin Evers down at Lake Hudson in Oklahoma. And Edwin, I saw him catch quite a few fish throwing this little Screwhead around boat docks. And that showed me the effectiveness. And then some anglers like Chris Zaldane started having good success on it. I started using it, and it's been a really good producer for me under these situations we're going to talk about. Now, what you want to do is you want to rig it up on a little swim bait. This is the Megabass 3-inch Spark shad here. Also, guys, I'll link this in my Tackle Warehouse link. I'll link the Screwhead and the Spark shad if you guys would like to pick some up using that link of mine in the description. But it's really simple. Just come through, just the middle of the bait. Make sure you really take your time and get this thing perfectly centered, because if you don't get it perfectly centered, it may run to the side a little bit. And when you pull it up on there, guys, you have to sort of tweak it a little bit, because you don't want the head touching the blade, because if you put it up too close to there like that's not going to spin. So back it off just a little bit where you got the thing spinning freely like that. So it's going to go through the water like a little spy bait or a little spinner bait. And it comes through the water, and just like, you've got the attractiveness of the swim bait, but you got this little spinner with the added attractant to that. So that's the setup with it. Okay, now the main thing about it is where you want to fish it at and the situations it works good in. First of all, I throw it on a spinning rod, 8-pound test Seaguar Invictus line. And this is a good technique for fishing shallower water applications with a swim bait, if you have water visibilities that are in that right range. Now, the best range for the Screwhead is sort of that 2 to 3 foot visibility, which is a little bit more dirty than what a lot of people fish a swim bait in, especially a 3-inch swim bait. But that spinner offsets that, because the spinner will, create that visibility within that little bit more off-colored water. And it offers a presentation to the fish that they don't ever see. There's very few bass when you have water visibility of 2 to 3 feet, bass don't see little swim baits very often. But this thing is about the same size as a lot of the minnows the bass feed on. And the little spinner out there makes it really attractive in that little bit more off-colored water. So the best situation for me on this, there's been 2 situations where I've done really, really good on it. The first thing I look for is flatter banks, like flatter, rocky, gravel, or clay banks. Now, it doesn't have to be super flat, but I don't want a steep type of a bank. I want a bank that's got like no more than a 45-degree angle slope on it. But most of the time, a slope about like that is going to be really good. And I'll just throw it out there, let it sink to the bottom, and just crawl it just over the surface. Just reel it fast enough to get those spinners to spin. You want to keep it fairly close to the bottom and try to target sort of that 3 to 10 foot zone with it is going to be really good, depending upon your water visibility. Obviously, the dirtier the water, the shallower it's going to be, and vice versa. The other times that I've done real good on it is fishing it around some type of floating structure for suspended fish, like the boat docks where Edwin was catching them on it. It's really good to throw around the edge of like marina docks or any type of floating docks. really good around break walls, you know, sea walls or bridge pilings. Anywhere that you have suspended fish, this little thing acts like a minnow and, you know, does really, really good on it. But I just wanted to clue you in on that. It's something that you to be honest with you guys, I have fished it quite a bit, but I have not fished it to the extent where I know every application for it. I just know that it works under those two situations that I talked to you guys about. So for me, it's like if you say, okay, Randy, I want to catch one on the Screwhead, what I look for, the best thing that I would suggest is to try to find some flatter secondary or main lake points that have some type of you know, rock no bigger than that, especially flat rock. If you got those flat table type rocks, that really works good for it. Gravel or clay, like all you guys, for example, that fish Lake Hartwell in, you know, South Carolina, those clay points on the lower end of Hartwell would be perfect for it. When you get a situation like that, just try it, man. Just like I said, keep it close to the bottom. I do like the little bit brighter swim bait. This is the albino right here that Megabass makes. And just something to file away, you know, get the right situations. You might try it. It's a really good limit getter under the right situation. So hope it helps you guys out. We'll talk later.